Hello friends, now let us continue our earlier discussion on e-governance project in UP. E-governance project in UP, Lokvani, started in 2004 from the Sitapur district. It is basically a grievance redressal mechanism system so that people can connect themselves with the Lokvani portal and they can show their grievances to the government authority. E-Suvidha, it is provided by the different departments to the citizen. E-Seva, online transaction for the government services. Okay, promotes online transaction for the government services. That if you get some government services from the online portal and you need to pay for something, then you can pay for E-Seva. Jan Suvidha Kendra 2009 Sansi. Bhule, land ownership and record management. Issues in e-governance of UP. I have already discussed digital divide, digital illiteracy, connectivity issues, data security issues, cyber threat around Mathura and other region, resistance to change, status quoist attitude of people, capacity building is lacking, lack of interoperability among different departments, interactive citizen portals are not available yet, integration of different governance schemes is not that up to the scale. For example, at central level we have among similar type of apps is required at the state level as well. Citizen interface is not that good. Lokayukt of UP. First, ARC is recommended establishment of Lokayukt at state level as well as national level. In 1975, UP established Lokayukta. So, it will appointment committee will composed of CM, leader of opposition, and Chief Justice of UP High Court. What is the eligibility? It should be judge. No, he should be judge. He or she should be the judge of any judge of High Court. Even Chief Justice can be. No member of parliament can become Lokayukt. No state legislative assembly member can become, and they should not hold office of profit. Power they have: corruption, inquire, complaint of corruption. They cover Minister of State, MLA, employee and corporation. They can register and investigate complaint. They can raid houses. And they have also work related to the grievance redressal mechanism. So they have two main core work: complaint redressal system and curbing corruption through investigation of corruption. But they did not cover CM, Attorney General, State Public Service Commission, State Election Commission, and Governor Office. Recently, state government has released Good Governance Index in UP. They have divided different districts based on their performance in different indicators in achiever, performer, and aspirant category. So the achiever includes Saharanpur, Muzaffarpur, Agra, Aligarh. Performer category: Akmirpur, Mirzapur, Rampur, Balia. Aspirant: Maharajganj, Kushinagar, Shravasti, Bhadoi, Shamli. So now let us look at map for generalization. This is made by me based on the report. Directly I have downloaded the directly report. Then I have generalized the data requirement. For example, based on scores like very high score, medium score, and low score. So achiever includes northwestern UP area, Saharanpur, Meerut, Muzaffarnagar, these areas, as well as Agra and Aligarh, Bulandshahr. Okay. Aspirant includes Bundelkhand region, Hamirpur, Banda, Chitrakoot, Kaushambi, सोनभद्र, मिर्ज़ापुर, बहराइच, श्रावस्ती, बलरामपुर, सिद्धार्थनगर. These are aspirant. Or also include aspirant also include some parts of UP Northwest Central. We have included area of Badaयूं, Bareilly, Moradabad, Pीलीभीत, Lakshmipur, Hardoi, not Hardoi, not बहराइच, बलरामपुर, सिद्धार्थनगर, महाराजगंज, कुशीनगर. And remaining district covered in performer. Jhansi act as a performer, a very unique in Uttarakhand region, Bundelkhand region. कानपुर, लखनऊ, कन्नौज, औरैया, फतेहपुर, प्रतापगढ़, सुल्तानपुर, इलाहाबाद. These district comes in performer category. And performer also include गाजीपुर, वाराणसी, आजमगढ़, बलिया. And achiever category also include achiever, फैजाबाद, देवरिया, चंद्रपुर, आजमगढ़, भदोई, हरदोई. UP government has also started aspirational block program and e-governance project of UP and Mission Shakti 112. I have mentioned best practices. I will be discussing best practice in a single separate video in tomorrow itself. Lokvani, the e-governance portal of redressal of public grievances, single window platform, access to essential services at a single platform. It gave us access to certificate, income and caste certificate, monitoring by the government, information by policy and program, and online media. We have already discussed the public Panchayati Raj institution, so we are discussing the problems of PRI in UP. So now let us discuss PRI in UP problems. Lack of dissolution of key resources. It is not dissolution, it is devolution. Please correct it. Insufficient finance availability for the states, for the Panchayati Raj bodies, Sarpanchpati culture, as we have seen in Panchayat movie, as well as in many parts of the different parts of the UP, that male counterparts of female Sarpanch de facto manager of Panchayati Raj bodies, management of public policy, lack of infrastructure availability like Panchayat Bhavan, secretariat support, digital support not available, functionality problem, lack of sufficient devolution of powers, taxation power and other powers. Former SFC member, State Finance Commission member, also and PRI minister also pointed out that the lack of support staff and corruption is also increasing in Panchayati Raj bodies. Now increased party politics in like local body elections has resulted into neglect of local issues and local politics and local grievances under the guise of state-based political parties are participating in party politics. What are the power they have? Land use changes, infrastructure management, fire services, health, watershed, statistics, forestry, slum, public amenities. They have power of urban planning in urban municipalities, land use management, roads and bridge construction, water supply, water statistics management under sample registration system, public amenities, public health record, fire services, urban forestry, slum improvement, urban poverty alleviation. These are the power of different municipalities and Panchayati Raj bodies. But Panchayati Raj bodies think about what are the services available in a village, that in terms becomes the function of that particular PRI. What are the sources of revenue for PRI? Tax revenue, like they have some power related to the property tax, duties, mandi tax, market tax, non-tax revenue, grants from the Central Finance Commission, and grants from the State Finance Commission, devolution, loans, and tied fund from the central and state government to implement the specific policies. Urban local body department, housing and urban development and city development department. We have UP has 17 municipal corporation, 707 urban local bodies, 200 municipal council and 517 Nagar Panchayat. Data may vary. I have mentioned these data from particular coaching notes, but you can refer directly the Panchayati Raj body, and even you can refer Ghatna Chakra for authentication of facts, because these data always condition to change, subject to change, directorate of local bodies. What are the problem for urban local bodies? Infrastructure deficit, urban planning, no urban town planner, and no urban town planning, long-term master planning, urban housing shortage, traffic congestion, solid waste management, limited revenue generation, lack of citizen participation in municipality, encroachment by the squatter settlement and the illegal slums, institutional capacity is poor of MCD, urban planning is not a main core area in urban development, infrastructure development is poor, affordability of housing is low due to the manipulation of land prices by the real estate developer, traffic management is the issue, solid waste management is the issue, capacity building and awareness. So we can discuss solution as well, problem as well. Urban planning should be our priority. Infrastructure development should be our priority. Affordable housing should be there through affordable rent and housing complexes. Traffic management through smart traffic management and intelligent traffic management system. Solid waste management through waste to energy plants. Source segregation, implementation of different waste management rules by State Pollution Control Board, anti-encroachment drive, capacity building and awareness. State Urban Digital Mission started by UP government for providing accessible, inclusive and efficient and citizen-centric online services in the local body. Accessible, inclusive, efficient and citizen-centric online services in the local body with the concept of government at your doorstep. What are the steps? Objective, implementation and management of different schemes, providing digital services, online government services to the urban population, ease of living, ease of doing business, single window clearance, revenue generation, urban repository of best practices, e-governance and training, digital project management, and UPO platform. Principle, it will uphold citizen-centric governance, collaborative among different bodies, organizations, departments, minimalistic intervention, respect privacy and security, inclusive governance, and prosumer-centric use of resources. That's it, guys. Now we will discuss our next topic in our next video. Till then, thank you.